Hey guys, Dude 2 Joe over here on the Two Dudes One Double Feature YouTube channel, and I'm very excited to bring you guys the first episode of Dude 2's Pickups. Basically, I just want to show off Blu-rays that I recently picked up. Not even just Blu-rays, but Laserdisc, VHS, CDs, collectibles. I don't know. I like showing off my stuff. First disc I'm going to talk about, now these are discs that I picked up over the last 2 or 3 months, so just keep that in mind. This is my 3D copy of James Cameron's Avatar. I've been wanting this for a while because I do have a 3D TV, but I just had never picked this up, and I was inspired to do so by our Avatar Endgame episode, which, outside of audio issues on my end, pretty good episode. Just to have this on 3D is pretty cool. I love the lenticular cover. I like this cover a lot, so there's that. Next, Wolf of Wall Street. This I picked up for $5 because we were supposed to do an episode about it at one point, but that just didn't happen. It will happen at some point, I promise, just not for a while, so I have it just in case. Next, because of our Singing on Fleet Street episode where we talked about Sweeney Todd and also the Gene Kelly classic Singing in the Rain, I wanted to pick up one of his other famous films, An American in Paris, which won Best Picture back in the day, and I wanted to rewatch this because this has been a very long time since I last saw this, and I haven't finished it yet. Other things came up, but it's kind of it's a fun movie. It's definitely different from Singing in the Rain. This one doesn't feel, at least from what I've been watching, doesn't feel as much of a musical and more of just a romantic comedy that happens to have songs in it, but that's just me. I can't wait to finish this one, though. All right, so I've been on a Gene Tierney kick, sort of. I wanted to pick this up for the longest time. This is The Ghost of Mrs. Muir, which also not only has Gene Tierney, but also Rex Harrison and George Sanders. It's from Joseph Mankiewicz, who, of course, did All About Eve. This is one of my favorite movies. I never owned it on Blu-ray, and then when Disney got Fox, this went out of print, and I had to pay, really had to pay the price for not picking this up. So if there's a disc out there that you feel is going to go out of print, just pick it up. Next thing you know, you'll be on the internet paying an outrageous sum of money for a disc that you could have gotten for half the price. Don't make the same mistakes I did. And speaking of Gene Tierney and Joseph Mankiewicz, we have Dragonwyck, and this is from Twilight Time, which is now defunct. Basically, they had limited run Blu-rays, and, you know, Vincent Price, Gene Tierney, I mean, it's okay. It's not great, but there's some fun parts in it. There's some nice production design and costumes, and the last half hour is appropriately creepy. And now I'm going to talk about my Criterion pickups.
Criterion pickups, yeah!
These are the ones that I picked up, and I want to start off with my favorite pickup, and now one of my new favorite movies, Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai from Jim Jarmusch. Fantastic movie. This is one of my new favorites, one of the best blind buys I've ever made. This thing is just so nice. I just want to open this up real quick. It just, I don't know. I love this movie, and you will hear me gush about it on one of our upcoming episodes. That episode might already be out by the time this is out, so just keep that in mind. Okay, Bamboozled. This is the other pickup I had. Spike Lee. It's kind of wild. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to spoil it at all, but it's pretty great, honestly. Also, 1984. 1984, George Orwell. I haven't read the book since high school. I've been meaning to pick this up for a while, and it's fine. Maybe I just need to rewatch it and listen with the score or reread the book or whatever, but yeah, it's decent. You know, I think it's shot well. Roger Deakins did the cinematography for it. It's also kind of funny to note that the image of Big Brother, that was actually a comedian, so it was kind of amusing to think about this like threatening, ominous, omniscient image, you know, as a comedian, so that's kind of funny. Okay, now I'm going to get to my Warner Archive 4 for $44 sale. This was the last one of these I think that they had, and I'm glad I jumped on it then because I picked up some pretty good ones. And first one I want to talk about is The Curse of Frankenstein. Richard's definitely very happy about this because A, he's a huge fan of this movie, but also B, we're going to talk about it for an episode in October, so slight spoiler to our schedule in October.
All of this is 100% true.
Another one I was excited about was The Thing from Another World. I had seen this on TCM years ago. I never, ever picked this up on disc. I love the John Carpenter remake, and I'm excited to own this one now. This one was definitely one I wanted to pick up. The Tex Avery Screwball Classics Volume 2. Created Droopy. He was involved with Warner Brothers and MGM cartoons. There's some great cartoons. Red Hot Riding Hood in Volume 1. Swing Shift Cinderella. Really exciting to finally get Volume 2. That is awesome. The last Warner Archive title I picked up is a favorite of mine, The Thin Man. Wanted to pick this up for a while. This disc has been out for some time, I think. And I own the DVDs for all of them, but you know, I think they're just starting to put them out on Blu-ray again, so that's really nice. Love this movie. Can't wait to see the Blu-ray transfer of this. Okay, now we're going to head to the sort of more recent titles that I picked up within like the last, week or so. Kong Skull Island. This is the Blu-ray sleeve, and I already have this on Blu-ray, but the sleeve is on here because this is the 4K. My 4K didn't come with a sleeve because I bought it much later on after its release, but it would look naked without a sleeve, in my opinion, especially next to my other MonsterVerse titles. So it's got the sleeve. It's 4K disc. I really, really, really like this movie. I think it's one of the better Kong movies, to be honest. It's quite good. Now, this is a little throwback for me. The Spy Kids movies by Robert Rodriguez. Spy Kids, Spy Kids 2, Island of Lost Dreams, then Spy Kids 3D, Game Over. The third one's one of my favorite, guilty pleasure movies. But Spy Kids and Spy Kids 2 I remember seeing in theaters, and I really liked them as a kid. I rewatched the first one. It was the 20th anniversary the other day, and that's pretty cool, honestly. So, like these movies a lot. The Ten Commandments. Today is actually Easter Sunday when I'm recording this, and I spent 4 hours watching this. It's kind of insane. This is almost a 4-hour movie that they put out in theaters. And the other wild thing is that the Snyder Cut is longer than this movie, so pretty wild. But what's also cool is that this is from the restoration that they're working off of is from like a 6K scan of the movie. Like 6K? This is wild, and it looks gorgeous. The movie looks astonishingly good. And my last pickup I want to showcase is not a Blu-ray or 4K disc or even DVD or VHS. This is a Laserdisc, and I love Laserdiscs because they are sort of the vinyl of home video in the sense that I like the covers. I like the cover art when I'm buying a vinyl. And for this one, I had to get this specific version of this movie on Laserdisc because I had to get it for the cover. That is the Ray Harryhausen 1981 Clash of the Titans. Here's the back of it. There's Bubo. It's fantastic. Harry Hamlin. Oh, and the poster. But this is what I got it for, because this is a poster of the movie with the Kraken, Perseus on the Pegasus, and then up here's little Bubo. Bubo's the best. Yeah, this is a favorite of mine, and I've wanted this on Laserdisc for a while, also, too, because the Blu-ray, while the Blu-ray picture quality is great, I'm just not crazy about that cover, and I just hope that it gets another release at some point with maybe more bonus features, but that's wishful thinking, I think. I love that I have this on Laserdisc. Also, I wanted to get this because I wanted to display it next to the giant Kraken statue that I'm picking up. That's about it for Dude 2's pickups. What are some of your favorite pickups that you've seen? What's your favorite home video format to collect? What's your favorite thing to collect? Please let me know in the comments. I'll give you a shout out in the next video or podcast. And I guess you'll be hearing from me on the podcast pretty soon. So thanks.